pressure. Like I have zero pressure. I feel like there's a switch that comes on when you turn 40. A level of don't care thing.
Because now we're also looking at you and thinking you're not getting along.
Right?
Or you hate each other, or the other one's cheating. Then why would you be on your phone with somebody you love this year, right?
4 years ago, went through a divorce and it became public. And I know that had that and everybody thinking, yeah, she's a gold digger, she got married for money, got married for fame, blah, 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 and my name being dragged through the mud. Had that happened in my 20s, it would have broken me.
The day I turned 40, I woke up with a different perspective, and I actually wanted to stop because I was just like, what are you doing?
Greetings and welcome to the first episode of 40 something. It is basically a podcast between two friends talking about life in the 40s. My name is Mpho Maboi.
And I'm Gabi Mbele.
So we are basically two women in our 40s, and today we figured as a first episode we will talk about the fears of turning 40 that ended up becoming
the joys
of being in our 40s, right? So I am turning 45.
I'm laughing about it.
Just saying that out loud just feels like such a big number. But at the same time, I mean,
a wise number, I say. You're wiser.
It's still a big number.
You're wiser.
No, it's still a big number.
You could be in the streets.
Well,
but guess what? You love your couch.
Right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that's just one of the things that I've loved about being 40. So before we get there, in context, when I was in my 20s and 30s, 40s, 50s sounded like so big. It was like
I know you're old.
You know what I mean? So now when I see the TikToks of the young people when they're being asked to Gucci, so at what age are you considered old? And they're like, when your year starts with 19. And you're like, wow, guys, there's no way.
No,
you know?
we're old.
So now that I've been in my 40s, I mean, 4 years in, I've absolutely enjoyed being here.
Love it.
I love being here.
And I'm only 2 years in.
Right?
So, and I'm absolutely in love. I'm in love with my boundaries. I'm in love with, I don't know what happens at 40, but immediately when you turn 40, you wake up and you're just like, no. When somebody even asks you something that's remotely not sitting well with you, I just refuse.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're guilt-free about it.
Absolutely. Oh, before I would probably be like, oh my God, I feel so bad. And now I'm just like, it's not gonna pay my bills. So I'm good.
You see, that part where is it paying my bills? Because even in our industry, right? Because you are on the PR/marketing side of things, and I'm on the broadcasting side of things. There is a point where you feel obligated to attend events. And then there comes a point where you're like, so I must do my makeup, I must get someone to do my hair, and I must get someone
I must just do their theme.
Right? I must be styled, and then what? What am I getting out of this?
I mean, the pressure on you is way harder because I always feel like even the expectation from society, from your guys' industry, it's kind of like, oh, she wore this dress last week.
It's not mine.
It's mine. I mean, I think that's the one bit about my old journalism ways that I used to feel like, I never used to look at that, you know?
Really?
I never used to think about that. But a lot of the journalists, and I was in entertainment as well, but like, a lot of the journalists would probably be like, oh, she wore those shoes last week. I was like, so? I thought they were hers. Like, that was always my question, right? But I cared more about the conversation we could potentially have, right?
Yeah.
But my aim was to build Black entertainment society, because we always have been, well, my role models are people I grew up on, where your Gwen Gills and your Barry Rongers, Leslie, I think he's not that old. So I think he was like 5 years journalism when I started. So I never used to really judge you, like, but now I see it, and I see it on social media a lot. Even young kids having the audacity to call out people, and I'm like, how much do you have in your bank? how much you have?
right?
Yeah.
That has always been a very difficult, and it puts people in difficult situations where they feel like they need to be something they're not.
Yeah.
And then people end up in debt because now, or you get called out by designers because you go and you borrow clothes, or you didn't bring them back, or you didn't even pay for them.
Yeah.
So it's a
and
mess.
everybody's on the exposure doesn't pay right now.
Yeah.
So it could be very expensive to be out there for you guys right now.
But anyway, I'm glad you brought
Aren't you
up the
happy you're in
budget.
sport now?
Outside of being in sport, I mean, even
no,
with
but
us,
remember where you come from.
Yeah.
You were like one of the people on the biggest radio station that had such a huge culture, right?
Yeah.
Of youth.
Yes.
So the youth were looking at you and thinking, listen, you're my role model. So
you better be wearing the latest
designer jeans, the ones that are coming in. I'm going to see them from you before I even can. Of course. So they were aspiring to be inspired by you and aspiring to be, right? So the pressure feels less now that you're 40?
Oh, the pressure. What pressure? Like, I have zero pressure. I feel like there's a switch that comes on when you turn 40. A level of don't care a damn.
Amen.
Which I absolutely love, because I feel there was a point, I mean, recently is relative, but 4 years ago, went through a divorce and it became public. And I know that had that and everybody thinking, yeah, she's a gold digger, she got married for money, got married for fame, blah, 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 and my name being dragged through the mud. Had that happened in my 20s, it would have broken me.
Crazy.
I would have literally died.
Right.
But it's happening in my 40s and being at a point where I don't care necessarily for the next person's opinion of me. So liberating. Go forth and prosper.
So it felt less denting? Is that more like it, or
not even less denting? Like, I do not care for your opinion of me. I know who I am, and I'm comfortable with who I am and my truth, right? Okay. So when you are going to run off with whatever opinion you have of me, great, run with that. Do you?
Jeez, that is ultimate peace, though.
Do you?
That is peace. That is peace.
Yeah, and that's one thing I've appreciated as well about everything else that's happened in my life with regards to my personal life, having happened in my 40s. I don't care a damn. Because in my 20s or even in my 30s, I probably would have had a whole thread on social media trying to explain myself, or even attacking people for saying things about. I'm gonna never know. Now when somebody says something bad about me,
I've never really cared, even when I was in my 20s, I think.
No.
Because I always used to have this thing where even if I took a picture with a friend or somebody and that person posted that picture, I was like, you felt like that was the appropriate picture.
Yes.
And then I mean, Opanatis was always exposing pictures of me when I was like much younger, but I never minded because that was who I was, right?
Yes.
So I never had that
self-conscious.
Yeah. I've always just goes, if the wind blows me there, I'll be there, and if I look like this, I'll look like that, right? That's the intention. I was supposed to look like that. But I also just feel like, then I turned 40 and I was just like,
I think there's a level of being in the media spotlight that leaves you feeling not exposed, but almost like you're naked, right? In certain aspects of your life. Yeah. So when someone puts a spotlight on what for a lot of people is an inadequacy in you as a person, if you're not comfortable with self, it can really break you, which is why you then find people leave the industry completely because of the depression. This is a very depressing industry if you are not rooted in something. You need
knowing what you know now, would you have waited till you're 40
to
be in the spotlight?
I'm ready to leave, to be honest with you. I'm ready to go behind the scenes. I'm ready. I've always said, even to my family, the day Kipoba, I want to be that person where everyone will say, oh, Pumpo. I'm serious. I want to be that person.
Yeah.
I literally want to be that person where you get absolutely nothing out of me. Even now, I've started on my social media. I only post work. I don't post my personal life.
I couldn't care.
I could be out at the most amazing dinner with the most amazing. I never remember that.
That's my problem. I never remember to post. Outside of that event that we went to the one time, I never remember to pick up my phone and take
That's
pictures.
the thing, because you're living more in the moment.
Yeah, because I really like where I am, so I'm not going to be on my phone. And even if I don't like where I am, I actually leave.
That's another
Because
thing.
why am I compromising myself by being on
loved.
my phone, a phone that I can be on when I'm in my house?
Exactly.
Also, I just don't like my phone.
Yeah.
Being
Right?
around me, yeah.
Because that's another thing that I have loved about growing older is the ability to consciously be in a particular space.
Right.
Where I don't have the need to put out my phone and show people where I am with whom doing what, right? If I'm out at a dinner and we're
That's
having this
it.
great meal and whatever, I'm there. I'm fully immersed in the
Yeah,
conversation. I'm
yeah.
enjoying the food. I'm enjoying the ambiance or whatever. And I don't need to prove anything to anyone.
Right.
You know,
right.
so when you're consciously there, I love those spaces.
And you
That's why I
actually
can't
enjoy it
stand
to the
people that are
fullest.
just
Yeah.
always on their phones.
No,
it's like,
you enjoy
yo,
it to the fullest. You enjoy
put
it
your
to the
phone
fullest.
down.
Why also do you leave your house if you want to be on your phone?
Right.
That's what you can do in your house. So where you going?
No, but don't you go out and see these couples sitting across from each other at restaurants and they're both on them like so.
I literally want to go, hi, you could have done this again. Totally can. Because now we're also looking at you and thinking you're not getting along.
Right?
Or you hate each other, or the other one's cheating. Then why would you be on your phone if somebody you love is here, right?
It doesn't make sense. It honestly does not make sense. Every time I see it, I'm like, there's no way, guys. There's no way you left your house and you're here. What is it that you dislike about the 40s?
My ability to check out. I
I
love it and I hate it.
Yeah.
Because I think certain people might deem it as
selfish.
Yeah, and I always feel like I'm very self-full.
The everyone's favorite word of the moment. You're a narcissist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I can check out and tap out of situations.
Yeah.
And when I feel like I'm never in a space where I'm uncomfortable.
Oh yes.
And I hate that. I'm so honest about it. I literally say to people, this doesn't make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go home, but thank you very much for the invitation.
Mm-hmm.
And the past 2 years have just been pure bliss because then I find I've actually got a lot of time in my life.
Yeah.
But because I'm taking back my time where I don't think it is required to be used at.
I love that.
So I love it, but I also hate it because it's painting a picture of me that I'm not really necessarily sure what it is. So my daughter says I'm strict, which I find very scary. But
strict is
it's not strict. I just don't want to be there no
exactly.
More, right?
So I take it. I find I've taken it even one step further. I not only check out of spaces, I check out of people's lives. I literally
spot on
check out of people's lives.
Yeah.
I've shared so many friendships over the past few years.
Yeah.
Because if I get to a point, I will consciously say, okay, so let's reevaluate this friendship.
To the
I'm
person?
not, no, to myself.
Oh,
no, to myself. I'll be like, let's reevaluate this friendship.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to call you for like 2 weeks. I want to see what's going to happen. And if that person does not reach out or whatever within 2 weeks, then I know, okay. So I'm the one keeping the friendship alive. And if I feel like I'm the one keeping the friendship alive, I'd rather pull away.
Yeah. And that's fair. I mean, that's fair.
Even in relationships, if I'm in a relationship and I feel like it's not working, I don't know. I have the ability to just turn a switch and be like, okay, it's not working, let's move on. Keep it moving. Crazy. I do not sit there wallowing in self-pity.
Right.
I just move on with life. Because this moment right here did not work out. It's not like my life did not work out. This particular moment did not work out.
Do you find yourself realizing that everything comes to an end easier now?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
At least I'm not crazy.
No.
I'm just checking in on myself. I wanted to see if does it get better or worse. I feel like mine is getting worse.
Except I do have moments of feeling like, I should have a tribe. Because I look at certain people and I'm like, people have tribes. I don't have a tribe.
Oh, when people travel.
Right? And then I'm like, for that split second, I'm envious of it. But then I remember
what drama comes with the tribe.
Outside of the drama, I don't like people in my space.
Yeah, same.
So if I had to travel with like a group of people, after 2 days, I'll be enough. And now you're over the sea. I can't just leave.
Oh, now I have to do the activity with you, right? Look, I think that's the one thing I truly appreciate about our connection, because we've known each other for years.
Yeah.
But for some odd reason, we could go for months and not chat. But it's safe to check in.
Right.
I don't feel like it's a must check in because we can. But also when I've got good things, you know, and
right.
you've got.
We celebrate one another.
Yeah.
We're there for one another when we need to.
Yeah.
But it's not if you haven't spoken to me in a week,
you're not checking
we're crumbling.
No,
we're not
crumbling. You see that and I think that's the mature connection I prefer now.
Yes.
Because I often find that
it's not needy.
Friends.
It's not needy.
Friends, and there's so many things we share in common. We're pregnant together. Our kids are the same age.
Yeah.
There's so many things, man. But I always just feel like there's some sense of accountability here.
Yes.
It's never spoken of, it's never discussed, but it's safe.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like safety is also a big priority for me now. I'm 40, you know, because I know you would never say break the bank for us to go to Italy.
No,
budget. Yes, and budget saving for whatever. Because the reality is, we also just happen to be parenting individually, right? So we need to, I don't know, like I feel like it's such a mature headspace, and 40 is a great time to have it.
It is.
Like it's incredible.
I appreciate people, like you're saying, who will come to me when you say, can we go out for dinner? And they say, Ish, I'm not looking good right now. And I have the ability to say, no, it's fine, I got you. Because I want to go out to dinner with you. Or if we're both not in a good space, it's okay. Let's take a rain check, you know? Like talking about money is no longer taboo. It is a reality. Like all of us are pulling in a difficult way.
Absolutely.
So I'm not going to make you feel otherwise because now you cannot afford a dinner.
And with the orange man's 30% tariff coming,
right?
We're all gonna be thinking and struggling.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna be.
Right.
Everybody's gonna experience it, right?
Exactly. So that's one thing I've loved. Another thing I'm loving though is the comfortability with my body.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've never had insecurities.
I did.
Really?
I did, especially after the birth of my son. I gained a lot of weight, and for the longest time, I couldn't. I did lose it, and then I gained it again. And there was a time where I would look in the mirror and be like, I really do not like what I see.
Wow.
And that was the only reason I decided to go on a health journey. But it wasn't because someone else was making me feel uncomfortable. I was not comfortable in my skin, and I made the change for me.
Okay.
At other times, you find people who will change to please other people because everyone else says you are a particular body and therefore you need to change. But I had to change for me so that I can look in the mirror and be like, damn girl, you fine.
Look, I was I'm like 22 kgs lighter now compared to where I was like.
You have lost.
Years. Yeah, compared to 2.5 years ago. But even then, I just feel like, I think I had this slight, I was anxious, I suppose, about life. Maybe I was anxious about being 40 as well. That's another thing that I wasn't really aware of. Because nobody actually really truly tells you how great it is at 40.
Yeah.
But then the closer I got to it, the better I felt. Yeah. And that's when I stopped losing weight.
Aha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then I was at a content place, and it's not, I can't explain it.
Yeah.
I can't explain it, but the day I turned 40, I woke up with a different perspective, and I actually wanted to stop because I was just like, but what are you doing? Right? Why are you letting this be such a big thing? Like somebody said, oh, once you get to that side, nothing can move or whatever. Yeah. You know, I'm very hard to peer pressure, unfortunately. I'm easy to peer pressure when it comes to tattoos and piercings. But in terms of how I look and, bro, keep to yourself.
I mean, I remember at my skinniest somebody calling me fat, and I thought that was stupid.
Stop.
Right? So I've never cared about people's opinions on my weight, but I was not happy with my weight. And I needed to get to a place where I was like, okay, we're doing this for me, not anyone else. Because, like I said, I don't care what you think of me.
What's your highlights, though?
Whether you like me or you don't like me.
What are your highlights?
The
things
sex.
that you've achieved.
Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, that's a big highlight. Sex in your 40s is absolutely amazing. Because it comes with a lot of freedom.
Since I crossed over. So
Really? Yeah. It comes with so much freedom. Really? Freedom in you've accepted your body. You are able to express what works for you and doesn't work for you in a very loving manner. You are less likely to want to stay in something that doesn't work for you sexually because you know yourself now. You know yourself. You love.
I was
yourself.
in a relationship before, actually. I was.
Is it?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Yes, the sex was great.
It's liberating. It's different.
Maybe I just erase people easier.
Right?
Because I'm like, I don't remember that. Wow, because the erase button is faster at 40 years.
No, it's beautiful. I love the freedom of it. But my biggest highlight has been, I don't know, I feel like just watching Mpho grow into herself, her authentic self, her unapologetic self. That's what I feel like is my biggest achievement in my 40s right now. I cannot wait to get to the other side because apparently when you're in your 50s, it's worse. Really? So now I'm like, okay, let's get to 50 then.
At that point, basically you'll be saying, why are you here? To people who come to my house. That's bad. That's bad because I am quarter to there. Like
so you'll be worse in your 60s
and I'd watch it.
Oh no, I do that all the time.
I'd like watch it and the security be like, Sisi, and then walk all the way to my house and be like, hey, you.
That's why I love that post where they say, if you think, my phone is always in my hand. If you think I'm ignoring your call, yes, I am. Because I am. My phone is always in my hand.
I don't know if I'm ignoring it. I don't want to even say I'm ignoring it.
No, I'm ignoring it.
At that time, I don't need it.
No, I'm ignoring it. Because I don't feel like
it's like the blue tick thing, hey?
And also, I prefer text over calls. But even with texts, I prefer it because I can respond when I want.
But also, right?
Get
on with it. You know exactly what you want.
Because I find lately what I do is I get to the meat of why I am messaging you. Then I will say hi.
Yes, I always say, oh, look at me forgetting to greet.
There we go.
Because I'm like,
because we needed to get to the meat. I don't want to waste your time, right? The same way I don't want people wasting my time.
I also want to hear if it's a yes or no faster.
Thank you.
Because why are we looping around?
Thank
you know, these people you blue tick, right? They'll wait an hour and then I was just I've already said no.
In my head. Yeah.
When you said hi, I said no because you wasted your time.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Just put your message there so that even when I preview it, I'm like, oh, is that what you want to do?
But that's why I'm not even willing to switch off the blue tick. I want you to know that I really saw it. And I'm just like, why? But why are you policing me on my device, right?
I agree.
And my time, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm such an adult. Like, honestly, this.
Exactly. Let's just all be adults.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's just all be adults. What's your highlight before we wrap up?
I can breathe, man.
Right?
I can breathe. There's a lot of pressure because you grow up. I started a new role, by the way.
Oh, yes, congratulations.
Thank you very much. My daughter's also very grown up. She's a teenager, and the pressure is real. But for some odd reason, I remember to stop and breathe.
I told you I'm going to Travis Scott at my big age because teenager.
I'm not judging you, girl. I am not judging you, but deep down, I'm like, you're gonna be fine.
He's not gonna go by himself.
I mean, download a few movies from streamers and just sit there. Or you want to be present and participate? Please practice at least 3 songs. Because then now everybody in that area will be like, why are you here?
I'm escorting my.
What a waste of a ticket. You know, people say that?
Yeah, no.
Chaperoning. It's a real thing.
Right.
Teens, eh?
Oh, but anyway.
But I love it.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to be doing this twice a month, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to be doing this podcast twice a month. We're going to have different topics.
Yeah.
And sometimes we'll have guests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm open to that because I always just say conversation with other people in 40s, whether in a different industry. They could share and enlighten us on certain things.
Of
Finances at 40. There's so many elements, but we're also happy and we'd love to hear from you guys and find out what it is that you'd like to speak about, you know.
Yeah.
As lighthearted as possibly can, because life is very difficult. So
right?
if we make it even harder, that would really be scary, right?
True.
But
so if you like this, like and subscribe. I can't believe you're saying that. Like and subscribe. But anyway,
Yeah.
from me, Mpho Maboi.
And me, Gabi Mbele.
Bye-bye.